Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Junto Nakatani is now the IBF WBC bantamweight unified champion. He stopped Ryosuke Nishida in 6 rounds. Nishida was forced out of the fight. He had a horrendously swollen right eye, which was shut tight, and there was a protruding sort of wedge of swelling all around the eye. Nasty business. Nakatani moves to 31 wins with 24 stoppages, no draws, no defeats. Nishida himself was undefeated going in 10. He only had 2 KOs, and he was losing the fight. I mean, there's no doubt about it, despite the injury. The injury occurred, I think it was around about the 3rd round, it started to blow up, and clearly it affected him. If you've only got 10 pro fights, it's okay. I mean, he won a world title early. He won his IBF title, I think a couple of fights ago, maybe. So he only had like 7 or 8 fights when he won his world title. But there is no substitute for experience. And whereas Nakatani he's had 31 fights, it kind of showed, the experience side of things showed. And that's not to say that Ryosuke Nishida did anything wrong. He didn't really. He just, I don't know. Sometimes you get the impression that one fighter gives off the aura of, I've been there, I've done this before. Whereas the other guy might be looking, and you might think, oh, he's finding his way. It's all a new experience and he's not doing anything wrong, but there's that slight reticence there, a slight bit of hesitation. And I got that feeling watching this. I stopped short of saying it was man against boy, because Nishida, Nishida's 28 and Nakatani's 27, so he's actually the younger man. But in fistic terms, one guy was the adult, more of an adult than the other one. And Nishida can come again because he did fight. In patches, he fought very well. He fought very courageously. He fought with a lot of skill. They're both southpaws, by the way. But in the opening seconds, Nakatani came out throwing huge bombs. He had knockout weight on every punch that he was slinging. And Nishida, to be honest, he didn't look that taken back, but he did sort of shell up and was thinking, okay, this guy, he was trying to hold his ground, but he wasn't really looking to counter. It was a case of, blimey, this guy's excitable. And Nakatani, like I say, it was almost like, this is my ring. I'm making a statement. Here I am. You want to beat me? This is what you're going to have to go through for 12 rounds. And he did sort of contain Nishida for most of the fight. Like I say, Nishida was able to come in close at times and land his own punches, and it was almost like he was making a statement. You want to get physical, we'll get physical. Well, that's okay, but you've got to be the one landing the more telling punches, the more scoring punches, the more punches, basically. And that was definitely Nakatani. Nakatani's power is interesting because he doesn't wait to get right up close before he lets his hands go. He's quite content to try and at the very least hurt you or knock you out from longer range. And the power seems to travel. With some fighters it doesn't. It's one of these mysterious things about boxing power and punch power. So he will throw a lot of punches from the outside, within range obviously, but on the periphery of the range. And he's very, very front-footed, very come forward, very, very aggressive. Nishida tried to match him and at times did. I don't think Nishida landed anything that really hurt Nakatani at all. I didn't see a single punch. I watched this fight with Japanese commentary, so it was all a bit. I couldn't really, I wasn't privy to anything that the commentators were saying. They may have revealed things that I had missed, which is always a sign of good commentary, because you want to be informed as you're watching it. It isn't just about cheerleading commentary, isn't it? But I did feel that, quite clearly Nakatani was on top for the majority of this fight. And in the 3rd round, like I say, the swelling started to appear over the right eye of Nishida. And it's okay to start with, but it got worse. I don't know if it was a head clash. I think it was punches, to be honest, that brought the swelling about. And It did seem to bother Nishida by about the fourth, fifth round, perhaps. It was bugging him a lot. And to be honest with you, I thought, well, he's going to have to either they're going to have to stop the swelling, or they're going to have to really, they're going to have to do something. He's going to have to like maybe land a punch that floors Nakatani, but ultimately he's got to get Nakatani's respect and stop the onslaught, because that injury ain't going to last for the full 12 rounds. And sure enough, well, it didn't. It just got worse and worse, and Nishida became more and more distressed, not really knowing what to do. He clearly couldn't see out of the right eye very well. And after 6 rounds, I mean, the doctor did have a look at it in the 5th round and said, no, go on and let him go on. But at the end of the 6th, it was just blown up. I mean, it blew up pretty quick, to be honest with you. And that was that. It was just the doctor said, no more. And it was a great decision. It was an obvious decision to make because it looked horrendous. And then, yeah, the fight was over. Nishida can come back. He's only 28. Japanese boxing is absolutely buzzing. It really is. And Nishida can be right in the mix. The Japanese own the bantamweight division. I mean, Nishida might go to the back of the queue, but Nakatani is the big star at 118. And of course, Inoue was in the crowd. They want him to ultimately to fight Inoue in an absolute blockbuster Japanese fight. I hope that happens because it looks like it's got explosion written all over it. I don't want Nishida to, Inoue to go to featherweight yet. That can wait, right? You don't just move up in weight when there's still food on the table in your own division. Well, actually, I say that, but of course, Inoue is super-bantam. But I want there to be an undisputed champion at bantamweight, so they can have a little round robin at bantam, and then the winner, which looks like it would probably be Nakatani, although we shouldn't maybe count our chickens, then they can move up to super-bantam and take on Inoue. And then, if Inoue wins, he can go to featherweight. That's the way I would like to see it done. But Japanese boxing, how many times do I have to say this? Oh, it's absolutely buzzing. It's on fire. And if you're not paying attention, you're missing out on a lot of great fights. And this was a good fight. I mean, it was kind of one-sided, but at the same time, there was so much action going on between two guys who just wanted it so bad. I mean, Nishida, like I say, it was the kind of the experience of Nakatani that seemed to be the difference, maybe. And he is a very, very talented guy, but Nakatani, but Nishida's got ability, clearly got ability. I think with only 10 pro fights, maybe that told a little bit. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Go and have a look at this fight. Like I say, I saw it with Japanese commentary, which is good because sometimes you're not going to be biased, are you? You're not going to be influenced by the commentary. And let me know what you think. But go see this fight and go and watch Nakatani. Go and watch Nishida. Obviously you know about Inoue, but go and watch all these Japanese fighters. They're terrific. They really are. All right. Thanks very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the like button, and also if you want to subscribe to the channel. I'm not going to say no. I always appreciate your support. Looking forward to reading what you've got to say as well. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.